Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Stella Live Show. And today we're going to be speaking about SAPA 3.0. As you all know, we've had 1.0 where we spoke about understanding SAPA, the causes, underlying reasons why people are experiencing all of this. And it was insightful, at least for those who attended. We talked about how people lack financial literacy, people do not invest in their financial education. We talk about black tax, people suffering from debt already, people not earning enough, and then given the macroeconomic environment that we currently have in Nigeria, the high cost of living, has led people to become broke. We also spoke about the fact that this can be overturned, this can be changed. I won't want to go into details, but you can listen to that. And then for 2.0, went ahead to talk about one of the steps that you can take to improve your financial state, and that's financial literacy. We spoke about understanding money, understanding that money is beyond being a currency. Time is money, energy is money, skill is money, information is money, so it's much more than just saying, oh, I don't have money. Because you don't have naira notes. There are other things that you can exchange for money. You spoke about the evolution of money. We also spoke about our money trade. I won't go to all of those details, but you can go to the Stellar Life show on YouTube and watch all of that. So today we're going to be going a notch higher. The ways that we can improve our financial state is moving from financial literacy. Now you've gotten information, you've gotten background knowledge. What are you doing with that knowledge? The next thing is to act upon it. And that leads us to financial planning. So, I have this image of this young man here who is looking, is he flustered or shocked at the fact that he doesn't have money? Sometimes we have money in our account and then we do transfers, and then we try to do something and then we see insufficient money and like, where did all my money go? Like, how did my money grow wings? So I'm like, is this you? Send me your answer. So AZA is the local balance that we use in Nigeria for accounts. Now, I know that when I say account, it's bank account that comes to your mind, but no, so this is mental account. So I'm saying send me your mental account. And so it means that I have your mental as a here. So it means I'm going to be making deposits, knowledge deposits, information deposits that you can work with and transform into money. So you can see that I'm giving you a form of money, which is information, right? So let's go into it. So SAPA 3.0, if you don't know what SAPA is, but you always heard it, it means severe absence of purchasing ability. That's the inability of a person to get what they want, for so many reasons, lack of funds, obligations, anything. So this will be our outline for today. What is financial planning? The steps of financial planning, key questions to ask, conclusion, and then our money creed. We came up with a money creed in SAPA 1.0 that we said people can always, recite from time to time. And so we're going to share that with you. You can also take a screenshot of your device so that it's something that you say to yourself. Because in the last class, we spoke about the art and the science of wealth. And we mentioned that the art of wealth is the finesse, is the front end, is what you see. You just see that, oh, this person is wealthy, this person is successful, this person looks good, this person looks all put together. But that's the art. That's what you're seeing.
Let me
You,
even have one picture I can post.
kindly mute your mic, please.
My
Whoever.
videos that I took class today.
Sorry, who is our very special guest that is speaking? All right, thank you. So, as we're saying, beyond the art, which is the surface that you see. So, for example, let me just use myself as an illustration. So I'm wearing this hair, full straight. I'm wearing a wristwatch. I'm wearing a bangle. I'm wearing rings. I have my nails done. And you're like, Stella is looking good. She's looking pink. That is the art. But then there's a science that led to all of this. And that science is also financial planning because I planned to buy the hair and I took steps. It wasn't just out of um how do I put it? It wasn't just an erratic decision for me. For some people, it might be erratic because they can afford to, but mine was planned. So these are all of the things that we're going to be looking at today. So what is financial planning? Simply put, just like we can see, it's like a roadmap, it's a blueprint, it's a direction. Like there are things that you need to do, precept upon precept. Not putting the cart before the horse, right? So what is financial planning? This is simply the process of organizing your money so that you can achieve your life's goal. Think of it as creating a roadmap for your finance. Yes, telling your money how you're going to navigate the money, right? Telling your money where you should go, not your money telling you where to go. Because one of the things that we see is if you don't send money on an errand or if you don't tell money what it should be doing, it will find a purpose for itself. Money has wings, money can fly. If you don't say, I'm going to use this money for this particular thing, a situation will come up that will take that money away. When they say that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you earn a certain amount of money and you've not decided what you want to earmark it for, it means that you can spend it on just anything, or anybody's emergency becomes your emergency. Am I saying you shouldn't help people? No. I'm just saying send your money on errand, right? And so I hope this definition is clear. If you have any questions, please do well to ask. So what are the steps to financial planning? Now, if anyone is going to do financial planning, one of the first things that I'm going to ask you is, what is your financial goal? Do you even have a financial goal? You know how we start the year and we tell ourselves, New Year resolution, new year, new me. At the end of this year, I want to have 12 million naira. That's what people will say to themselves. Some people say, oh, at the end of this year, I want to have 12,000 naira. Some will say, I want to have 120,000 naira. Whichever is your category, that is a goal. And I think I want to start with there's a quote that I think that I should mention at this stage. It's very useful. It's a quote by Greg Reed. It says that a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan, and a plan backed by action make your dreams come true. So it's just not enough for you to set a goal. Do you have a plan alongside that goal? Plans are like the steps that you need to take to achieve that goal. So here we have steps to financial planning. Set clear financial goal. So I'm asking you, what is your financial goal? You might be like, oh, but the year is almost over. It doesn't matter. Why not try? Why not practice with November and December? See if you can keep to achieving a goal, and then it makes 2025 better for you. Or then you know the things that inhibits your achievement of a goal. So you know the little foxes or the habits that takes away your goal. You're able takes you away from achieving your goal. You know the leakages in your finances. So once you set this clear financial goal, you begin to collect financial data. And, collecting financial data is very simple. All I'm just saying is, you know what your income is and you know what your expenditure is. How much are you earning? How much is going out? And then you assess your current position. Because when you do your income and your expenditure, you are able to see, oh, I earn 100,000 naira every month, but I spend 200,000 naira. So you can see that there's a mismatch because your expenditure is more than your income. And like one of my mentors will always say, when your expenditure is more than your income, your upkeep becomes your downfall, right? So it means that you're already living in debt. If your expenditure is 200K every month and you just earn 100,000 naira, where is that 100,000 naira coming from? So it's either you have not totally captured the income that comes into your account or you're already in debt. So that's what I mean by collecting financial data. And once you have this financial data, you're able to assess your current position. So you're able to say, oh, I earn 100,000, I spent 200,000. It means that I'm already in debt. It means that I live with SAPA and SAPA lives in me. We are one, we are bonded together. If you earn 100,000 naira and you spend 50,000 naira in your expenditure, it means you have 50,000 naira left. You're able to say, okay, it means that I can save and invest 50,000 naira. You know, That's what I mean by assessing your current position. So I hope that you are mentally doing this, or if you have a note with you, you're able to scribble to say, okay, so this is what I think it is. And I remember that last week I spoke to us, I led us through notes, my notes on, budgeting and all of that. I mentioned to you guys that I do not start planning for the money when the money comes. I plan for the money before the money comes. So my salary for October is not here yet, but I already know the key things that I want to take care of, or that I want to give to, or that I want to pay for. So if that doesn't come till the salary comes, any new thing that comes, how I do it, if it's not a matter of life and death, I carry it over to next month because it's an emergency that wasn't planned for, that wasn't catered for. And I would not let anybody's emergency, sort of erode the things that I've planned for, except like I said, is life and death, right? So now that you've collected your financial data, you've assessed your current position, but I'm still going to speak to that in the next slide. The next thing is to develop a financial plan. Just before we go further, there's something I want to say about financial goals. So, like it says, financial goals, it means that for every other area of your life, you have goals. So you have marital goals, you have relational goals, you have academic goals, I mean, there are several other goals that you have, but one of the things is that if you look at all of these other goals that you have, one of the fuel that they need to run on is finances. Money sometimes happens to be like the underlying factor why we've not achieved or done a lot of things. And that's why financial goal is key. And that's why it's very important and we need to pay attention to it. So there's something called seductive goal setting. If it's something that you've not never heard of or a concept that you've not thought of, I think it's something that you should really pay attention to. It's something that I've also practiced every now and then. I think I learned about this 2 years ago and I'm sharing with you, and I do hope that it blesses you. So, what's a seductive goal? A seductive goal is that one single goal that can drive every other goal. Now, you're a person who plans, you have your goals. Oh, by the end of the year, I want to have enrolled for my MBA program at Lagos Business School. By the end of the year, I want to be in a thriving relationship. By the end of the year, I want to be healthy. I want to weigh just 60 kg and I want to have enrolled at the gym, and I'm regular at the gym and I go for my swimming classes. I want to learn how to drive. You write all of these things. It's the money that you use to pay for driving school, get your license. It's money that you use to enroll in your at the gym if you don't have an HMO that pays for that. You say you want to be healthy, the food that you are eating, the water that you're drinking, the supplements that you're taking, your lifestyle adjustments, all of these things are supported by money. So you see that everything is money, 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 money. So what should your seductive goal be? Begin to think about it. What is that one thing that if I achieve is going to impact every other thing that I've mentioned? For some people, it will be, I need to get a job where I can earn 2 million naira. If I get a job where I can earn 2 million naira, it means that all of these things will be settled. While you're thinking of that, let me just say something. Let me just give an illustration that is relatable. So, a single man who is thinking of getting married, before getting married, I'm sure he would have thought about it. I need to be gainfully employed. Before that, you start thinking about it. I also need to have accommodation before I can get married. Because if I get married without employment, I mean, how did I even get married? If I don't have a roof to stay in, where is my bride going to stay? So he's going to tell himself that, oh, the first thing I need to do here, his seductive goal is to get a job. Once he gets a job, it's easy for him to get an apartment. Once he gets an apartment, it's easy for him to, now start thinking about getting married and bringing the bride in. So you can see that for this particular person, his seductive goal is to get a job. So my question to you is, what is your seductive goal? What is your seductive goal? Think about it. So you can also use that in, planning other areas of your life. So back to our steps to financial planning. you need to develop a financial plan. So what are you developing the financial plan? These are the steps. How am I going to be earning in terms of my income? That's how you're making money. How am I going to manage this money? Do I need to create a budget? Do I even have a budget? Do I have a savings account? Do I know how much I spend every month? Do I know what my expenditures are? You begin to list all of these things. And then once you've listed it, you begin to implement the plan. How do you implement the plan? You know, I've said it over and over again. 1,000 good intentions are not as powerful as one action. One step. Don't say, I will, I shall, I should, I would, I could, I can. Just do it. Get it done. Get to action. Start working. Start executing. Don't be analysis paralysis. Some people have goals beautifully written in paper, printed on their vision board, but they don't work it. The goal will not work itself. You have to work it. And if you really, really were involved in drawing that plan, if you were active, I see no reason why you are not working it. Just think about it. Besides the fact that there might be a spiritual problem, maybe village people, truth is, yeah, most of the time, your village people, they always say, go to the mirror, look at the mirror. What you see in the mirror is the opposition. So are you the opposition of yourself? Are you the weapon that is fashioned against you? You really want to be sure. Your habits. You cannot say you earn 100,000 naira every month and you want to be entering Uber every day. In this our economy, I don't understand. You need to make lifestyle adjustments. Can you enter Uber? Yes, but it can be carpooling. So you're entering Uber with three of your other colleagues, but you're not taking it alone. That is where wisdom comes in. You're buying food, the things that you eat every month. Instead of buying them in triples, why not buy them in bulk and share? Wisdom. There are some things that you do not need, so you don't have to buy them and just say, oh, I'm just keeping it. No, not anymore. Not in these times. Wisdom is required, and a budget would save you all of that, right? And then you need to monitor and review regularly. So if you set a plan or set a goal for the month to say, this month, I want to cut down my expenses. I don't want to drink too much soda. You check how many bottles of soda have I taken this month. If it has reduced, okay, I'm doing well. If it has not reduced, then you know that I need to look for another method. And literacy, like I mentioned, financial literacy is key. One of the books that I would encourage that we read during this period is read Atomic Habits, because your habits actually determines your future. You can use your mouth to say, I am a I'm a good person, I'm a fantastic person, I'm a this person, but your habits is saying otherwise. And a fruit does not fall far from the tree. So you need to read Atomic Habits. I'll encourage you to read Atomic Habits. And if you don't understand savings, investment, those basic things, I'll tell you to also read The Richest Man in Babylon. Some of the books that will help you. You can also read The School of Money. If you need access to all of these resources, some of them have free copies online that you can download and read, pending while you get the hard copy. And then you get a financial coach or a mentor. So this is me here sharing tips from the things that I have practiced and the things that have worked for me. Now, am I saying that I get it 100% right most of the time? No, I also make mistakes because I'm human. But you don't give up because you fail. You have to go at it again and try. If it didn't work well this month, that's why monitoring and review is there. What exactly went wrong? What could I have done differently? And find a way to improve it. So these are the steps to financial planning. And then there are important things that you need to know about how to set and achieve your goals. I started with this quote earlier. Just below in this slide, we can see 7 things that I've written that is also important just to remind us, which I've also shared. How do you set and achieve your goals? You cannot say you have a mental grasp of what your goal will be. Write it. The faintest ink is better than the sharpest memory. So don't say, I will remember. Write it. Have a book. If it can be your normal work notes, your normal office journal, have it and just write it there. Oh, this month. Just draw a table, income, expenditure, and just allocate things to it. It doesn't take time. And always work with it. So when anybody's asking you, please, can you borrow me money? You have it already at your fingertips that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm unable to help at this time. Come back later, or I can pray with you. Whatever solution. But you know that you're not promising what you cannot deliver on. And you're not going to feel guilt. You need to get comfortable with saying no and saying it with your full chest. Because when you are broke, who is going to help you? Who's going to rescue you? Don't make somebody's emergency your emergency. Don't make somebody's irresponsibility your responsibility. Because if they were also here and they had listened to this and they have become hearers and doers of the word, they will not be suffering from these things that they're suffering from. Because just know that anything that you're going through or anything that somebody is going through is a consequence of a decision that was made. So, what kind of decision was made? Whatever you are today, whatever results that you are seeing, is because of the decision that you made. Um, Remember last week, guys, for those who were on last week, where I was talking about some of my friends who went for their MBA. When I went for my master's, I know what I'm earning, and I shared with you what they are earning. Decisions. They decided to go for an MBA abroad. I decided to stay in the country. And our purchasing power or our negotiation is very different. We're not earning the same currency. And I'm not going to be jealous, about them or whatever it is that they're achieving, because I know that we are all bearers of our consequences. And this is informed by our decisions. Make good decisions, good consequences. Make bad decisions, bad consequences. Like one of my mentors will always say as well. Good habits are hard to conceive, but they're easy to live with. But bad habits, they're easy, but they're hard to live with. So choose. It's your choice, right? So write down that goal. What do you want to achieve? Whether financially or spiritually, anyhowly, write it. Now that you've written it, I want to save 12,000 naira by the end of the year. We have 2 months to go. Break it down. We said that. What are the steps you're going to take? It means that if you want to achieve that in, let's say, 3 months, October, November, December, you have 3 months, 12,000 divided by 3. It means that every month I need to save 4,000 naira. If it's 12 million, every month I need to save 4 million naira. If it's 120,000, every month I need to save 40,000 naira. Whatever it is, you can set it, and with planning, you can achieve it. So you have written it down, which is the plan. I need to save 4,000 every month. So now we're talking about pursue it. How do you pursue it? Okay, I earn 50,000 naira every month and I want to save just 4,000 naira. It means you need to earmark 4,000 naira. So you look at your income, you look at your expenditure. What are those things that you spend money on that might not be relevant? So you might tell yourself, maybe every month you usually take yourself out on a date. For example, I do that once in a while. I take myself to Ikeja City Mall or Maryland Mall. I'll tell myself I'm going to watch a movie and I'm going to eat lunch. I can tell myself, okay, I'm going to watch a movie, but I don't necessarily have to eat lunch. Instead, I would eat popcorn, which is cheaper than lunch. So that's other money. I can assign it and allocate it to my savings goal that I have earmarked for the end of the year. It could be something else for you. It could be, okay, I'm going to fuel my car full tank, but I'm not going to go out all the time. I will find my colleague that I can carpool with. So I'll drive for week 1. I'll join my colleague week 2. My colleague joins me week 3. Find a way to alternate, right? It will help the climate. Everybody should have their car on the road, reduce your carbon footprint. So this is just me thinking of ideas about how you can pursue that goal. And then once you can do that and you stick to it, you would achieve it. If you need an accountability partner or something, get it, find it. If you need to open an account where you don't have access to ATM or internet banking services, by all means, create it. That's how you achieve it. And then you've seen that you feel good when you set a goal and you achieve it. Why not maintain that lifestyle? You tell yourself, oh, if I can save 12,000 naira in 3 months, it means that next year I can do much more. If 3 months, 12,000, how many 3 months do we have? Four. Okay, 12,000 times four, 48,000 naira or 48 million or 480,000 based on your level, based on your tier. You grow it, you can see. And then don't keep it to yourself. It has worked for you. You have friends that are always coming to meet you. Please, can you give me urgent 2K? Can you give me urgent 2K? Why not share the strategy with them? Say, let me tell you something that I tried that worked for me. And I think that it can also work for you. You share the strategy with them and they see results and they keep sharing it and it gets better and better and better. Don't just learn things and keep it to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. You can also decide to have a small webinar like this or a physical gathering with maybe youths in your church, colleagues at work to say, oh, there's something that I learned, seductive goal setting. As we're going into 2025, I'd like us to be accountability partners for each other to make sure that we achieve this. What is your deepest desire this year? And how can I help you or support or encourage you to achieve this? And these are mine. This is how you can help me. I hope this helps. So next, there's some key questions that you need to ask yourself. We spoke about ascertaining your position as one of the steps in financial planning. If you recall, you set the goal, you collect data, then you assess your position. How do you assess your position? It's a question of asking yourself these questions. And we also spoke about the fact that you need to grow it. So you saved up to a certain level, then you need for you to grow it. How do you grow it? These questions will help you address it. So I was starting in 2024 because this is the year that we're in. For some people, they will just be starting. And the thing is, it's never too late. The next best time to start a thing is now, not tomorrow. Now, not yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Today is the best time. So you want to ask yourself, where am I? Because you really, when it comes to finances, you want to be truthful to yourself. Where exactly am I? Call your name, speak to yourself, tell yourself the truth, look at yourself in the mirror. Where am I? Am I in debt? Am I in a crisis already? Um, it's something that we've shared in one of the previous videos on the platform where we spoke about the levels, financial levels. We spoke about the fact that a person can be in financial crisis, a person can be in financial instability, a person can be at the level of financial stability, a person can be at the level of financial independence, and then a person can also be at the level of financial freedom. And we also spoke about the fact that you're in one step doesn't mean that you cannot fall, right? So that's why there's a need for you to be careful and keep monitoring and reviewing because somebody might be at the stage of financial independence right now, and God forbid, all of a sudden, there's an health issue. Somebody has cancer in the family that you need to take care of, and the person just goes into financial crisis because you need to start paying for different things. Somebody has a liver or kidney disease, you have to do dialysis, all of that. If you are taking steps like having a family HMO, the HMO is going to be catering for that. You're not going to be bothering yourself about that. That's where financial literacy comes in, understanding how insurance can work for your benefit. And not saying, oh, I'm just paying premium, I'm just paying premium. Risk management, one of the key things, very underrated things that people don't talk about. So whatever financial level you are, financial ladder, yeah, it's just one decision or one mistake and the person can drop. We've seen business people who have been thriving and flourishing and one policy from the government, and that's the end of their business. So this risk management, mitigations, all of these things are the things that you'll be factoring when you're thinking about your finances. So I said, well, the first question you're going to ask yourself is, where am I? This is a question of location. Asking yourself, okay, so Stella, where are you now? 2024 October as a person, by yourself, for yourself, in yourself, with yourself, without your parents' support or anything. Where are you? Are you in debt? No. Check. Are you in a crisis? No. Are you owing anybody? No. Is anybody owing you? Yes. Just ask yourself all of these questions. Okay, so now will you say you're financially okay? Are you in a crisis? No. Are you unstable? No. Are you stable? Yes. Are you financially independent? Not yet. Okay, you now ask yourself, how, so that's your location, financial stability. The next stage is financial independence. How can I move from just being stable to independent? Because you know what financial stability means? It means that your income is maybe equal to your expenditure, or your income is slightly higher than your expenditure. So you are stable, right? So it means that if your income is 1.2 million and your expenditure is 800K, good for you. You still have 400K. Your income still remains 1.2, but you can see that inflation is moving up, interest rate is rising, cost of goods and services are increasing. You know how much bag of rice is, how much is going to be, crate of eggs. You are looking at your purchasing power, you're looking at all of those things. And 800K used to be enough for your expenditure, but now it has moved to 1 million naira. So you see that what you have to save has reduced. Your income has not increased. You are still stable, but you see that it's shaking. If at the end of the month, inflation increases again, goods and services move upward because we're entering into the festive season. Very soon, 1.2 million income will be equal to 1.2 million expenditure. You need to start asking yourself, how do I diversify my income stream? What can I do to earn more money? Very important questions you need to be asking yourself. So that's why I say it's just a matter of time. So don't think that, oh, I'm already there, everything is fine, I'm not going to lose anything. You need to always check your income. And like we've said, it's very wrong for each and every one of us here to live on just one stream of income. Please mute your mic, whoever just came in. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you. So you want to check your income stream and you also want to check your expenditure. How can I reduce what I spend? Just so that you are moving from financial stability to financial independence, or from financial instability to financial stability. Ask yourself, where am I? It has to do with location. The next is, where am I going to? That's destination, where we've spoken about. You want to move from financial stability, you want to move to financial
Now
independence.
leave slide for Stella. Stella sabi do slide.
Mr. Sam, please mute your mic.
Sorry.
So you want to check, if you're in financial crisis, how do I move from a crisis to financial instability? It's almost the same thing, but just move a bit, right? Where, so financial crisis, you might be in a debt. Financial instability, your income is lower than your expenditure, but at least you're not owing anybody. So there are strategies for moving. And I would like to speak to that, but that's not everybody's case. Yeah, everybody's case is different. So I can't just, throw blanket advice like that. So next thing is, how do I get there? You already know where you are, your location, you know your destination. It's just like saying that you're moving from Oshodi to the island. You know that you need to take a boat going to the island, not a boat going to Agbara, right? So you know where you are headed. And that's why I say financial planning is a roadmap, is a blueprint to where you are going to. So what wealth creation vehicles do you need for each and every one of us? Is either you're earning an income or you're running a business where you're making profits. So you know that income is very important. One stream of income will not do. What we typically advise is 4 streams of income. But if you don't, for starters, first even have one that comes regularly. And then that's where we begin to talk about active income, passive income. I think we can speak to that subsequently on another video, but maybe not today. So active income, your salary. Active income means that you need to be present for you to earn that money. Passive income, what investments have you made? So a slice of orange was sold. Did you buy the slice of orange? Or did you get a slice of Fidelity's cake? Or um buy, did you get on board with Access? Did you, you know, help to transform banking with Zenith? Did you invest in the capital market? Did you invest in the stock market? Are you playing in the real estate? What investments are you doing? Because that one, you're putting your money to work. So you don't have to look at it. The market forces or the investment managers, if it's mutual fund that you're doing, dollar mutual fund, all of that, those ones are already taking care of that part. So you don't have to think about it. So that's like two now. You now start asking yourself, okay, do I have a talent? Do I have a skill that I can deploy maybe every weekend, or can I package it as a product or as a service? One of the things that I do and I'm looking to expand a lot in the year 2025 is moderating events, anchoring events and getting paid, because it's another stream of income. If you have that one, that's number three. And then this series that we've been having, SAPA 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, next week we'll have 4.0. I can say, okay, Stella, take a chill pill, sit down, relax. I think you can have a product. Why not write a book about SAPA, the ordeals of a young Nigerian professional? And write that, put it in a book, in an ebook, put it on seller, and say, buy this book for 10,000 naira. If you pre-order, 8,000 naira. That's another income. So the book has been written and will continually sell forever because there will always be SAPA. I don't know if you get, that's a fourth stream of income. Think about it. I can say, okay, I'm a young professional. I have 2 million naira that I'm not using. I have other friends, maybe 20 other friends. I have 2 million naira. That's 40 million. A house is sold for a distress sale. We can buy it and we can be sharing the rent. That's another stream of income, right? Sometimes you don't need to own all of it. Or maybe there's a business. You have a friend who has a business that you know that you can support, you can invest in because you understand the business. Don't forget that one of the important role of investing is never invest in what you don't understand. So you need to understand this. So these are wealth creation vehicles, active and passive income sources. How do you want to get there? When you're thinking of wealth creation vehicle, I want you to have this mental picture. You're going to London. How do you want to go to London? Do you want to trek? Do you want to go with a bicycle? Do you want to go with a car? Do you want to go with a train? Do you want to go by sea? Do you want to go by air? The mode of transportation that you select will determine how fast you're going to get there. So you choose. How fast do you want to get to London? That is what you should be thinking about. How fast do you want to attain financial independence or financial freedom? How fast do you want to get rich? If you stay with your salary alone, of course you will get there, but you want to get there at retirement at 60, where all your body has already aged and you have waned. Why not live the good life now that you're young and make those hard decisions? And then we're talking about retention strategies. How do I retain my wealth? So this is you thinking about posterity. This is you thinking about transgenerational name or transgenerational businesses. What can I do that my generation will say, oh, wow, our father did well, our grandfather did well. If you're a person of faith like me, the Bible says that a good man leaves inheritance for his children. So not just your children, but even your children's children should be able to get from your wealth. We hear families like, oh, the Rockefeller family, the Thomas Koch family, all of these families, the Ford Foundation, the pioneers have left, but the generation, it keeps speaking. So you're thinking of posterity, and there are retention strategies for preserving your wealth, which I'm not going to speak to because I'm not even sure that we successfully done, 1, 2, 3, right? So if we do that, I'll be happy to, jump on a call with anybody to help you create this. I hope that this has been useful. So please ask yourself these key questions. So conclusively, I want to say that this is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs. Is it that I don't experience Sapa once in a while? Why not? I'm Nigerian. I can make decisions. Sometimes you just want to indulge yourself. Sometimes you just want to say, I cannot come and kill myself. You only live once, and just say, please, just buy that bag. Please, just do this, just do that. But it doesn't happen all the time. And that's why I want to encourage you when people are saying, you only live once, eat it now, eat it now, eat it. You know what you did last month, you ate it last month, you survived the SAPA. Don't repeat that again, right? So anybody who is telling you stop, don't listen to them because you'll never be good when you stop. You have to keep practicing. We get better by practicing. And so this is our money creed. For those of you just saying it for the first time, you can take a screenshot and always say to yourself, let me just read it to us. I am the master of my finances. Money flows freely and abundantly to me in multiple sources and on a consistent basis. I release all fear of lack, for wealth is my birthright. There is always more than enough, and I welcome it with gratitude. I seize every opportunity with confidence, knowing that success is mine to create and multiply. I am disciplined, patient, and resilient. My habits today build my wealth for tomorrow. I give freely, knowing that generosity brings even greater abundance. Every challenge strengthens me. Every setback fuels my rise. I am worthy of prosperity and I live in financial freedom. So it is, and so it shall be. So I want to thank you for joining the class today. And I hope that you join the class next week. I look forward to seeing us next week. So if you have any questions, happy to take your questions. Let's jump right into it.